Hello again, Ian Stokey with Mastermind Games, back with more Malifaux and Carrion Effigy, Pine Green 09010. Again, Carrion is another one of the faction-themed effigies created by Zoraida the Swamp Hag in order to, well, honestly, the plan was always kind of vague. But whatever it was, it went off the rails when the effigies kind of evolved like Pokemon. When Governor Kitchener's failed attempt to become a tyrant entity resulted in him going kablooey. Effigies absorbed all that rampant power that had gone loose and transformed, becoming the emissaries, and Carrion turns into a crow monster. But apparently there's a mechanic for that in the game now, so... But I haven't seen the cards yet. But, alright. Starting to ramble again. Let's just get a nice solid base coat on here. Overall going for a darker color scheme, and he's obviously, or it maybe, is obviously based off the image of the iconic Plague Doctor. So, and I just punched my camera. Okay. It's a nice solid coat over the body. And yellowed bone 09143. William McCormick, yes, okay. I had so many glitches with my system, I'm getting a little paranoid about things. Getting the skull. Alright. Can move on once it dries. Okay. Next, fur brown. Whoa. A little too much water into the paint. It'll affect things. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so the back portion is actually some kind of container. It's more or less bolted to its back. So alright. Just getting belts and pouches. Second, picking out. I'm trying to pick out the belt here without getting the tools, but it's not working very well, so I'll have to do another round later. Okay. This is another detail I was uncertain of at the time. So, gloves. But I just realized I had my thumb in front of the camera the whole time right there. This a little ambiguous exactly where the glove ended and the sleeve began on the left arm here. So I was originally going to do the mask in white, but I think I'll go ahead and do it in leather as well. Okay, almost dropped him. Okay. And now, Marine Teal 09077. There'll be a bit of color on him. Going to pick up, oh, got a bead of water forming on my brush. I'm just trying not to let that get in the paint. Doing a couple of the feathers on his staff in this. We've got not only the Plague Doctor theme here, but a voodoo theme here as well. Leaf Green 09011. Oh boy, I'm dropping frames again. Well, oh well. I'm gonna wrap this up anyway before I stop, so. You can call it being stubborn, you can call it just wanting to get this done, but there you go, alright. I'm gonna let that dry before I move on. Okay, I think I can finish now. Shield Brown 09161. Well, how did I miss that spot? Okay. Shield Brown. Today's been a good day to stay inside and paint. It's really windy and really nasty out there. Okay, so now some handles for all these knives on its belt. Banshee Brown. Which is not mixed very well. And Banshee Brown because for some reason Carrion has a voodoo doll on its belt. And plate mail metal. Finishing with the staff, that little button in the middle I just did. And this howling on his back, which I think this is supposed to have a chemical in it, so I'll do it that way. blades. And of course, this syringe. Okay, and that's everything on Carrion directly. Now uniform gray. Hitting the base. Now, unlike Mysterious in the last video, which had some tiny connection points, Carrion's got a nice solid mass here. So I should not have the same problem I had with the last one. Okay, once that dries, I can start shading. Okay, it's recording. Time to shade. Or where to start? Woodstain Brown 09160. I'm going to thin the paint into a wash. 1 part water to 1 part paint. I'm going to be very limited in what I can do at one time. Actually, that should be wood as well, so I'll just touch that up there. Alright. Now, Khaki Shadow 09121. Not too much of this. Just a bit on the voodoo doll, which seems like an out of place detail, to be honest. Pine Green 09010. Get this feather here. And I'm going to take a gamble and Blackened Steel 09205. So this is a gamble because adjacent colors when shading can run into each other very easily. Unless you want to blend, you'll need to wait for something to dry completely before doing the next part. This is going to be a calculated risk. I think that's enough for now. Nope. Almost forgot the bit on the chest. Now that's enough. Let it dry and move on. Okay. Ruddy Leather 09109. might pick out the bottles that are visible in that pouch with a lighting effect later. I'm not going to worry about it right this minute. I'm well aware my hands probably got in the way in that second there. And then Deep Ocean 09076. Okay. Once that dries, I'll just leave the skull on the staff, the coat and hat, and the basing. So 2 more goes of shading, then I can do lighting. Alright. Before I do the next shading, excuse me, I'll prep some lighting effects. Matte white. So, using just enough water to thin the paint means keeping the brush moist but not overly wet. The eyes. I'm going to do the syringe up to this point. And then the container on his back. Alright. Stained Ivory 09142. And matte black. Now, when shading with black and other particularly dark colors, we need to go 2 to 3 parts water per 1 part paint. So just bear that in mind. This might not be thinned out enough. one section at a time. And there we go. Once that's dry, I can do the lighting effects and the last bit of shading. Move on from there. Alright. Well, I forgot to do the vials here, so let's take care of that real quick. Little matte white. I can get the last shade while I'm letting that dry for a minute. So I'm just going to get the interior there. And that'll just be glowing too. Where is it? Stormy Gray 09088. Going over the base. Lemon Yellow 09009. So in keeping with all the effigies, this will be going into the eyes. That'll be the one thing that binds them all together. The lighting, you need 2 to 3 parts water per 1 part paint. Trying to keep my brush nice and pointy and just dot that in there. And pale green 09012. I'm not sure exactly when bright green got associated with necromancy, but and I'm talking in general, but it does seem to fit reasonably well. A bit too much water there. You want some of the light to show through. That helps give the illusion that it's glowing, but you also want to make sure that you've got the pigment on there. Okay. Absorb some of that excess that got into the gloves. It's not completely dry in there, but we're just going to do it anyway and see what we end up with. Alright. A little more on the top of the canister. And once all this is dried up, I can highlight and wrap up. Okay, time to highlight. Leaf green 09011. And I just tossed a brush. Oh boy. Alright, leaf green. Going to a dry brushing technique. No water, straight paint only. Ragged feathered brush. Gonna rub most of it out on a paper towel, so it looks like there's nothing left. Then dust over the area to be affected. Going against raised edges wherever possible. Refreshing the paint as needed. Khaki highlight 09123. True Silver 09207. I see my monitor's acting up again. It has something to do with the lighting. It does this randomly where it puts these bars in front of my camera. I don't know why. Driftwood Brown 09162. Yeah, this will be fine. We'll be fine. Next. Burnt Orange 09111. Okay. A little bit of a system failure there. This is plugged up, so paper clip down the hole. Okay. Teal Green 09012. What the heck is that? The joys of technical difficulties strike again, and that's about all I can say. Surf Aqua 09078. Creamy Ivory 09144. This brush might be just about shot. Misty Gray 09090. And that's all the highlighting. Now some more matte black. And switching to a flat head. Using just enough water to thin the paint here and just lining the edge of the base carefully. Trying to avoid hitting my custom sculpted basing. Which it seems I've done anyway. Well. Okay, there we go. And Carrion Effigy. 3 more effigies to go. Till next time, I am Ian Stuckey with Mastermind Games, signing out.